That's a great question. As a historian, what are my seven wonders of the ancient world? Well, first up, it has to be Göbekli Tepe, the oldest temple in history, the oldest structure made by man that's still standing in history. Göbekli Tepe is located in Turkey, or is it Turkey? Yeah. Let me know which is the right way to say it. And it's the oldest temple in the world. It was made by a hunter-gatherer people around 12,000 years ago. And it's so important to the human story. This was made by an ancient Homo sapien hunter-gatherer people that were making the transition from a hunter-gatherer society to an agrarian society, a society that was using agriculture to feed themselves. Number two for me would be Stonehenge. Stonehenge dates back to around 5,000 years ago, with the first construction started around 3000 BC, and then it was done in phases. The stones were erected in 2500 BC, and so on. It took about 1500 years to complete. And it, again, like Göbekli Tepe, this is a transitional structure. It was built by late Neolithic Britons and completed by Bronze Age Britons. It's a remarkable site, a lot of spirituality about it. I've been to Stonehenge a few times and I do get a sense of something when I'm there. I'm not sure if it's just my feelings about how important this site is or there's something else. I'm not a very spiritual person, but I do feel something when I go to this site. Third on my list has to be the Great Pyramid of Giza. It has to be on anyone's list. This huge pyramid was built for the pharaoh Khufu around 2500 BC, making it about 4500 years old. It's on the original ancient seven wonders of the world list, but it has to be on my list. It's such an icon to ancient Egypt, and I just can't wait to see this in person. Fourth is something that probably not a lot of people know about, but the Corral Soup pyramid structure of ancient Peru. The Corral Soup civilization is the oldest civilization in South America, and it dates back to 2600 BC, making it older than the Great Pyramid of Giza. And this structure is truly remarkable, and I want to see it. And the reason why it's on my list is because it is the first civilization of South America, and to me that means it should be on this list. That's what it originally looked like. The Colosseum from ancient Rome is on my list. What a truly remarkable feat of engineering from our ancient past. A structure built nearly 2000 years ago that was able to flood the Colosseum and create mock naval battles. What a truly remarkable structure, an icon from ancient Rome. So the Great Wall of China is on my list, and parts of it are ancient and parts of it are medieval. But this is an ancient list. I'm going to do a seven wonders of the medieval world and seven wonders of the modern world. But I'll keep the Great Wall of China in my list because the first part was built in the BCs. The first stage of the Great Wall of China being built around the year 800 BC to about 400 BC. And last on my list has to be an ancient Mesopotamian ziggurat. These were the temples of the ancient Mesopotamians, and in particular this one. It's known as the ziggurat of Ur being an ancient Sumerian city, one of the first cities in history. Originally it would have looked like this. It was built by the Neo-Sumerians in around 2050 BC, so it's well over 2000 years old. And if you want a nice little fact, Mesopotamia is located in Iraq, and it's called Mesopotamia because the Greeks named it that after the rivers the Euphrates and the Tigris River. Mesopotamia means the land between two rivers. Now, before anyone says anything, Angkor Wat is on my seven wonders of the medieval world list. It's not ancient. It wasn't built in the ancient times. It was built in around 1170 AD. So it's not ancient, but it's on my next video, the seven wonders of the medieval world.